Keep calm in crisis. That is key 11 in our series 15 Keys for Thriving Creatives. Hi, I am Keziah, a thriving creative rooting for creatives. Welcome to this video. Now, we all know that life isn't a straight line, It isn't a one path, it's not one path or one straight path. We know that sometimes tough things happen, sometimes difficult things happen. We're all familiar with the COVID season, when we had lockdown, when we had so many different things happening. That was a crisis season, And in your business, maybe you have different challenges. Maybe there are things that you go through that were unprecedented. You can't explain them. You can't find easy solutions. The very first thing I want you to do whenever you face a crisis is I want you to keep calm. Keep calm. The very first thing you need to do is not to do yet another thing, but it is to keep calm. Because that will give you the clarity to know what to do next. Now, when you've kept calm and you now have clarity, that helps you to, number one, remember what is important within season. Okay? Remember what is important. In times of crisis, we suddenly feel like the world is falling apart and we feel like, nothing makes sense anymore. And so we want to react in so many different directions. But when you remember what is important, you remember your purpose. You remember where you're going towards. You remember why you started the business in the first place. You remember your mission. You remember your values. You remember what you're trying to achieve. Those are the main things. And that's what's important. You can then remember, those things and then bring them back up to focus. And that will allow you to offer the second thing, which is to offer value to the market within that season. Well, fine, certain deliverables might change. Some ways in which you're doing certain things might change. But the reality is that in every single situation, you can still offer a lot of value. Yeah, maybe you need to change something about your product. Maybe you need to change something about your service or your delivery or your mode of delivery. But the reality is that you can still offer a lot of value. And so when you focus on what's important, that then frees you up to offer a lot of value, a lot of relevant value in that season of crisis. And it also frees you up to then find relevant solutions to the problems that you're facing in those moments of crisis. I know this key will be helpful to you whenever you're faced with a difficult situation. That was key 11. If you would like to know more about the principles that I've been sharing in this series and that I'm going to continue sharing in the coming weeks, I'd like you to get a copy of my book, Thriving Creatives. The details of how to get a copy are in the description below. And you can read the book and enjoy the book and thrive. And until next time, go and thrive.